Hello everybody, it's the Universal Critic. I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want, and today I'm going to discuss the Robert Zememckis' long-awaited return to live-action filmmaking Flight, starring Denzel Washington. So what's the movie about? Well, Denzel Washington plays Whip, who's a man named Whip, an airline pilot, and one day while flying a plane, he saves a lot of lives during a terrifying plane crash. The only problem was he was intoxicated while he was doing so. And the rest of the movie is not only him going on trial for being drunk while flying a plane, but also how he struggles with his alcohol addiction. So how was the movie? It was really good. A bit dramatic at times, and you need to be prepared for that, but really good. Well, you can't talk about. Let's talk about the acting first. Well, Denzel Washington does a great job as always. As always, he's always fantastic in whatever he does. So yeah, what I like about how this character is portrayed, Whip is portrayed not as a bad guy, but he's not portrayed as some sort of flawless hero or anything, but he's not just a bad guy either, just because he's an alcoholic. He drinks not because he's a bad person, but because he has a lot of problems in his life and he just can't find any other way of dealing with it. Just like a real alcoholic. See who else is there? There's John Goodman as Whip's best friend slash drug dealer. Combination there. John Goodman's a very talented actor, and he's very hilarious in this movie, but I like that they only give him a few scenes, because otherwise, yeah, he's not in the movie long enough to clash with the very serious tone this movie takes, so I'm kind of glad they kind of downplayed his character. You also have Don Cheadle as his attorney. He does a good job. It's Don Cheadle. What else do I need to say? You also got a woman named, what's her name? Kelly Riley as Nicole, who serves as Whip's love interest throughout the movie. She's a recovering heroin addict, and she does a really good job. You really care about her. She and Don Cheadle really help ground the story in reality. Like, you give us an emotional connection to the character because we see how other people relate to Whip. That's important for this kind of character study. Let's see as I said before, the movie manages to avoid cliches because, well, it portrays the character as very morally gray. Yeah, he may have saved over nearly 100 people's lives, but he was intoxicated while flying a plane. Of course he's going to get in trouble for it, and it's not just like, he gets away. I won't spoil the ending for you, but let's just say he suffers the consequences for his actions, and you know what? He deserves them. Like, the character, like, you both don't like him, but you also feel sorry for him. Like, you can see the problems he has in his life, and yeah, he has a stressful life, and he needs a coping mechanism. Sure, what he did was grossly irresponsible, but you can understand why he did it. Doesn't justify what he did, but you understand it. But there are also some... That being said, I really like this movie, but I'm not saying it's perfect, especially when it comes to the character interactions. Early on in the movie, there's this Whip's co-pilot and a stewardess who both survive the plane, and there are scenes where he meets them, and it looks like they're going to play a big part in the trial coming up, and they don't. They just kind of fall off the movie halfway through. I don't know. My guess is that there's some deleted scenes with them that were cut out of the movie, but I don't know. But despite all that, Flight is a very good movie and a very interesting look at substance abuse, something that is often talked about in Hollywood, but rarely in such an adult way, if you know what I mean. So yeah, overall, I highly recommend Flight. Just be prepared for a dramatic movie because it can be a little overwhelming if you don't go in with the right mindset. That's all I have to say about it, really. I'm the Universal Critic. I talk about whatever I want, whenever I want. Goodbye.